5:30 p.m. and I have something I want to work on and I want to focus. There's nothing like streaming in order to focus. So let's go. Let's see. I wonder if it edited my stream. Oh well. Okay, so I've got this app right here. It's running in Kubernetes. It has a Jaeger UI, find traces. And there's a lot that I need to fix about this, but dang it, it's running in an EKS cluster. It has a public URL. It's not a great URL. DNS, that's on the list, is pretty far down the list. Much more essential is to get it to run, or to send these traces to Honeycomb, as well as, yeah, it's doing some traces, find traces. Oh, there's one. It's a recent one. Front end proxy, front end. That needs to not say front end. It needs to say client, but we're getting there. This is progress. And the next crucial thing is to get it to send those traces to Honeycomb. So let's see if we can do that. All right, too much crap. Send traces to Honeycomb. If we go to VS Code, then I will find this project. My info project is what's running this hotel demo right now. It is not, it's not what? I don't know. There's Terraform in here and there's Helm stuff in here. And this is the Helm directory. We're in hotel demo Helm. And I have two things going on. I have the ingress.yaml, which is Kubernetes YAML that I use to set up the ingress because the OpenTelemetry Helm chart not doing this. But here is, I desperately need like a chart, okay? How can I do this? Where's the iPad? I want to explain this. I want to be able to explain this. And paper will do. Let's see. AirPlay. Screen mirroring, Jessitron B. Okay. All right. So now iPad here is mirroring to that, which has rudely shut off my other monitor so that I can't tell whether it's on Twitch or not. Really? Really? I can't. Oh. I don't know. I'm going to guess that this is on Twitch. I'm going to guess that you can see my screen. Pencil. And I'm going to try to talk about what's going on here. All right. So like when you have an app that you want to run, you have to run it on a computer, right? So you have a computer and we have automated the definition of that in a container. But then you want like a bunch of apps and like some databases and I don't know, queuing services. Oh, not blue. It's freaking purple either. How about some yellow? Queuing services, maybe. Whatever. These can all run in containers. That's fine. But then you need somewhere to run the containers. And that's where you get to whatever. That's where you get to infrastructure. And infrastructure. So this includes computers and the connections between them is the thing. Yeah. Okay. Oh, also out. So there's like networking involved. Infrastructure. Computers plus network. All right, and for that, we have Kubernetes, okay? And Kubernetes is an abstraction of this infrastructure, including computers plus network. But then, yes, so we have those. But the thing is, to set up Kubernetes, you need some sort of automation. And what do we use for that? How about another shade of purple? Oh, that's not okay. We're to picky purple, but over here, I don't know, not yellow. Don't mix to adjust. There we go. Ta-da! Okay, now it's kind of it's lighter. It's happier. Okay, so to set up Kubernetes, we use Terraform. To set up containers, we use Docker. But also, there's like a grouping of containers going on here that is an application. So, in fact, I should be more specific. This green thing here is not an app, it's a program that can run on a computer. And this whole broader kind of blah color thing is an app because it needs all of that, or software system. It's big enough to do something useful. It has things like persistence and la 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 la. Yeah, the infrastructure includes things like file systems, persistent storage. Computers have file systems, but persistent storage lasts longer than the computer is turned on. Okay, so the app or software system is constructed on top of Kubernetes using containers by Helm. And these are all different like levels of abstraction that overall I find pretty interesting. Like check this out. I just want to talk about this for a while, so I think give me a new page. Thank you. All right. So this is fun. When we build our programs, we build it out of code, right? And there's the fun thing is we don't build it out of just our code, right? We get other code. So we like automate this, the build system, and that build system, sir. I'm streaming. Thank you though. Food. The program is running a build system that, I would check the chat on my iPad, except, oh wait, I'm using my iPad, and I would look on my computer, except, oh no, my iPad won't let me do that. Stupid. Anyway, the build system brings in libraries. I need it brings in libraries from a repository. And a repository has a whole codes. So libraries get built into programs with some customization. And then the programs are going to wind up in containers, right? So, and the build system is like per language. That's different in every program. But we've reasonably well standardized on Docker, at least the Docker file format, for building containers. But where do we, yeah, okay, a program builds into, what does a program build into? An artifact, an executable? Yeah. So the build makes it into an executable. Yeah. The libraries are made of code, interestingly. Executable is the output of a build. Docker's build outputs an image, and it works based on a bunch of other images in a repository. Yeah, we call that Docker Hub. Libraries we call NPM or Crate or Maven Central, or there's various different repositories for the different languages, and there's one for Docker, and it has images in it. And then that container gets deployed into Kubernetes. Yeah, so there's a couple of different layers here. The container gets built into an app that's kind of useful in Helm. And Helm has charts. So we share Helm charts and use them and have subcharts and modify them. And this winds up looking like some sort of steering wheel operation. It's not very good. That's okay. And then the app in Helm, it only deploys to Kubernetes. So Kubernetes itself has to be built and constructed. And this is what I think about Kubernetes. And we can do that in code with Terraform. And Terraform has a couple different components. This gets built from there's providers and there's modules. And modules are just smaller bits of Terraform that describe subsets. Like there's a module for installing the ingress controller into Kubernetes. And there's a module for the EKS cluster that's built at, they aggregate resources and also describe the relationships between resources, which of course is the important part. And these live in some sort of repository. I'm not clear. I know that they both have like a source. Maybe Terraform uses the same repository for both. Not super clear. But all of these levels of abstraction are like in this project. So for me, let's stop screen. Let's see. Off. Up mirroring. Do I get my windows back? Okay, I can see from the delay that it was indeed showing my screen share, which is useful. And I can send these, where do I like put these to put them into the stream chat? I don't know. I can at least send them over to my so that we can look at them if we want to. Sent, it says, do you see them? There they are. Okay, so this one, here it is. We have this now. I'm trying to run various programs that are already containerized and organized into an app with the OpenTelemetry demo. And then there's an OpenTelemetry demo Helm chart. And that's as far as it takes you, the OpenTelemetry stuff. And then Kubernetes, I built my own Terraform definitions in here to create my EKS cluster. So here's my EKS module. It's actually named EKS. That's like a name I can change. And the source is telling it where to go find that module. But that also depends on this provider, AWS. And that's registered somewhere. And that tells Terraform how to communicate with AWS. Terraform itself has like great error messages, but as soon as you get into a provider or a module, yeah, you're stuck with what you got. Okay. Right. So the place I am at the moment is actually, I want to change how I'm using the Helm chart. So I'm at this level, changing some configuration of my app. Specifically, the program that I'm looking to change. Why does it highlight that? I can actually, that's just weird. I can, highlights that text? Apple? I didn't expect that, but it's cool. All right. 1 point for Apple today. Right. So the program that I'm trying to change is the OpenTelemetry collector. And I don't need to change the code. I need to change the configuration, which winds up in its container. But I'm going to do that with this Helm chart because this Helm chart has a configuration affordance right here. I can say something about the collector. All right, so now we go look at the documentation. Let's look at OpenTelemetry Helm chart demo. Using a Helm chart involves a lot of looking at the code. So I go in here to the demo and I can look at this values.yaml, the one that it provides, and it's telling me this stuff. I don't know, a bunch of configuration. But if I look at the config of the collector, this is what I'm trying to change. You can see, I need an OpenTelemetry collector, top level YAML thinger. And then I can say config. And now the really confusing part, because the Helm values are YAML. The OpenTelemetry config is YAML. And when I say OpenTelemetry collector config, I'm in the syntax of this values files right here. But in here is the default, and I am about to override some of this default or add to some of it. It's really not entirely deterministic. As far as I can tell, it depends on what the Helm chart does with it. But I'm about to change this, but I could copy the whole thing in. Let's do that to start. That's a good start. But actually, it'll use all of this and combine it with what I put in there, and then the result of that gets sent to the OpenTelemetry collector, and it's a different YAML meaning, right? Because YAML is totally code, but it's different code all the time. And this is one set of YAML code, and this is going to wind up in a different runtime after it gets combined with some other stuff by this runtime. It's confusing as heck. So YAML is code, but good luck figuring out what language you're writing it in. Okay, but I happen to actually be pretty familiar with this. All right, so I actually do know what origin I mean, but I'm okay what origin I'm going to be receiving stuff from, but it'll be internal. I'm going to leave that alone. But this is one OTLP receiver. Yeah, the receiver's fine. So I'm going to delete that because I want it to stay. That's okay. I don't need to change the receivers. We can go with the default there. Exporters, I totally want a new one. Okay, here is one that's going to Jaeger. And I want to keep that one. Exported to Prometheus, great, keep that. But I want an additional OTLP exporter that goes to Honeycomb. That's the other problem with YAML. You can't cut and paste it because white space matters, and white space is completely random in cut and paste. I can see the chat again, yay. Hypothetically. What was I going to do? OTLP Honeycomb. Okay, my endpoint is completely different. My endpoint is HTTPS://s API.honeycomb.io. That's my endpoint. I think the collector will add v1 traces to it. And TLS, I don't need to send this. However, I need to send some headers. X honeycomb theme. I think this is how I do it, but I'm going to check the honeycomb docs so that I get it right. Docs.honeycomb.io. Send data to honeycomb. Open telemetry. Collector. Headers. X honeycomb team. Your API key. Yes. Endpoint. API.honeycomb. That looks a little weird. I think the HTTPS will be fine. But I need this. So this looks right. X honeycomb team. And then I need an API key. Let's go get one. I hate. Fine. The 2FA. Oh, really, Salesforce? God damn it, fuck Salesforce. Salesforce, in order to log into their shitty fucking app, I have to download their goddamn authenticator app. And then, look at this, it fucking calls itself Authenticator. What? No, you are not Authenticator, you are just Salesforce, and I don't want you. But I have to have it. The other one is Microsoft Authenticators, which is correct. Microsoft's Authenticator is better than Google's. It's really nice. I actually like it. I use it for everything, except, of course, Salesforce. Okay, that's that rant. Authenticator logs. Yeah, open up. What was I doing? Logging into Honeycomb. God, Salesforce drives me nuts. It just. Why can't it use Okta like all our other things? I mean, I'm not crazy about Okta. Google Auth is way easier, but at least it could be consistent. I need. No, it's not that. Honeycomb. Yes, this one. 496. Enter. There. Oh, okay. So I have, let's see, what team am I in? I'm in modernity. That's fine. I'm in this Mango environment. Also fine. I have too many environments. Let's not create a new one. Let's just go get another API key for Mango. There we go. These API keys are not like super secure. I mean, there it is. You could send data to my Honeycomb instance, but I'm not going to do much. All right, so I'm not changing Prometheus endpoint. Stop. Whatever you're doing, stop it. Okay. Not changing this. I'll leave it alone. I'm pretty sure I'm just appending to the exporters when I do this, hopefully, and not overriding them. Processors, span metrics. Okay. I don't care. That's fine. But I do need to change the traces pipeline. Metrics is fine. Traces, memory limiter, span metrics, batch, whatever. Exporters, OTLP, logging, and OTLP/honeycomb. I think that's actually going to do what I want, because I think the pipelines will get overridden, but the exporters is a list. You can't tell because it's YAML. I could go look at a schema somewhere. Anyway. Yeah, because you just have to know that this is a list and this is not. This is a field, an attribute, whatever. I think if I send this, I have a chance of getting what I want. To do this, I think I do this. Helm upgrade, yes. So now I do Helm upgrade on the chart. Let's see what this accomplishes. Flip over to see what's running in Kubernetes right now. That's here. Okay. So here's my pods. I have load balancer controller. Okay, I don't have a load balancer app here, which is good. But the OTel call, okay, OTel call just went away and came back. OTel call. And if I look at this one, yeah, age 17 seconds. So that restarted. That's a very good sign. I wanted that to happen. I also want to see... Stop. I'm looking at pods. Did it restart the load? I don't think it restarted the load generator because I turned that off, but I manually edited the deployment in Kubernetes to turn it off. Okay. Hypothetically, that new OpenTelemetry collector is working. So if I open it and I look at its logs, I'll probably find an error because that's what happens. Aha! Missing address API, honeycomb.io, missing port and address. Well, I know what to do that because the docs actually said to do this, 443, this off. All right, we'll try that again. Helm upgrade. Then we'll go look at the new hotel call pod and see if I don't have any errors. This runs, there's some deprecated stuff. I don't know. I didn't use whatever the heck that is. That's going to be in the Helm chart for OpenTelemetry demo. Come on. It did a thing. Okay. So that outputted its a little ASCII art. It is really pretty. Go back here. Escape. Hotel call. New pod, 18 seconds. Logs. Well, I don't see any errors, so let's roll with it. The next test is to make something happen in the front end. Here we go. Oh, not localhost. That's not working. So here we go. We hit the page, and in Jaeger, I expect to be able to hit find traces and see what I just did. Hopefully that's like this or something. Front end document load. Sure, that sounds good. Now, question is, did something come in to Mango? Oh yeah, look at all this. Look at all this. Yep. Right. So here I can do my favorite query, which is count top level spans by name. Oops, not Namni name. There we go. Yes, I got some gets and some document loads. Okay, let's look at these. All right, let's look at something. I don't care. Give me some traces. Root name, multiple. You're full of shit. The root name is not multiple. That's just a bug, and it's been there forever. All right, look at all that. Okay, this is document load. And here we're fetching some resources or something. Does it say, like, what resource? It does. It does say what resource. Look at that. So if I added, like, URL in here, then I could see all the different resources. The page is loading. This is probably like secure connection start. Okay. So connections have started, whatever. But then connection end. I guess it got the things. And look at all those worthless span events. That's fine. Expensive those, though. They eat your honeycomb event with very little data in them. Yeah, this stuff is so noisy. Do not approve. I wonder if there's a way to get it less noisy. That's fine. So that was the document load span. Let's look at, which one was that? Oh, it was the one with 32 spans. Let's look at like one with 7. There we go. Now let's get service name on here. That's going to be interesting on this one. There we go. Front end proxy, front end, cart service. So this was getting my cart. Let's go put something in. Oh, come here. Give me the UI again. It's here. Go shopping. How about this nice telescope? Add to cart. Go to cart. Shipping cart? What is a shipping cart? It's a dumb button. Also, close your freaking shipping cart. Oh, that's a typo. I like that typo, actually. It's a good first change to make to the app to verify you can make a change to the app. Would you give me the stupid cart? Ugh, there it is. Okay, blah, blah, place order. And then we should be able to see the, oh, come on, where'd honeycomb go? There we go. Back, run query. And it says plenty. Traces. Okay. Root service name payment service. That shouldn't be a thing. Is it really payment service? No, it's front end proxy. It's just a bug. Okay. Oh, but we've got some missing spans. And frankly, no, running, reload never works. Rerun sometimes does. Oh, there we go. Okay, it just took a minute to get all the traces in, or spans in to this trace. And this HTTP post, place order, there's the interesting one. from front end, which is actually the client, to the proxy, to the front end, which is actually the back end, obviously. I wonder if I could change the name of that service. Oh, I so want to change the name of that component. But leave this the fine. Then it would be fine that this says front end. Anyway, success. Ooh. Does the Microsoft Auth support backups? Yes, actually. So the Microsoft Authenticator, it must, because I got a new phone and I installed it and it figured its shit out. It was so great. I thought I was going to have to redo all my authentication, all my 2FA for Honeycomb and stuff. And no, Microsoft Authenticator, 2 thumbs up. I like that app. Metrics overrated. Alerts make sense. Yes, metrics are overrated. And I would rather alert on SLOs. I don't have any SLOs. Well, I have some SLOs on a different environment. But okay, great. This is working. I want a victory. I feel like I need some sort of victory. Let's see. Let's make a happy face. I'm just going to take my drawing that I did. This one. Watch this. And I'm going to drop it onto OBS because I've discovered that OBS, ta-da, accepts images if I just drop them onto the scene, which makes me really happy. Okay, so this is like a victory post-it, and I'm going to stick it up here. I should make a little badge or something for a victory. But I've added something to the scene, and that feels satisfying to me. Okay. Great. The next, commit. Get add dot get commit. Now, okay. I'm fine with my API key being on the Twitch stream. It doesn't matter. But I just can't bring myself to commit the API key. So there's a way to get the Helm chart to read stuff from my environment. Dang it. And I've done this before. And it might just be $curlies. But we'll check the Oracle. Helm read env var value. I think it's just $curlies. Export the variable and use it. Like that. Spec containers. I don't want to put it in the container. I want Helm to stick the literal in the configuration file. I'm fine with the literal being in the container. This is not the most secure secret thingy ever. I just want other page. How to use environment variables with Helm charts. Yeah. Just tell me I can do curly braces. .values.password. This is secure. I don't need it to be that secure. --set. Username is username. That's one thing. That could work. Apply the variables to the Helm chart. Probably easier. I still think there's an easier way to do it. Yo! Yeah? Great. More food offerings. That's interesting. This is all complicated. I just stick $signs in there. I don't want value. Oh well. Helm values from and var. Nope, it really. Here. Values with. Is it really that complicated? No, I don't want a fucking plugin for it. What the fuck? Dang it. How to use variables in values.yaml. It's not, variables, Oh, man. Well, I'm going to try it anyway. Oh, wait, I know. I can do this with dry run. So check this out. Get bigger. All I have to do, let's see, export honeycomb API key equals. Do I still have it in my paste buffer? No. Go get it. I have to go all the way back here. Open link in new tab. Mango. New API key. Copy. I'm going to put this in here. Also, I'm going to grab this and stick it in my environment. Thanks. Mac and cheese. Thank you. Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's half.
Oh, it's really yummy. Thank you. Oh, it's so cool when your teenagers bring you food that they cooked, even if it's only mac and cheese. Okay, export that. And then I'm going to just stick it in my values.yaml where I friggin' want it, which is here. Honeycomb API key. That's what I actually want to do. Let's see if it works. To do it, we do helm, well, alias HU. We do this, except we add -- dry run. And the rest of it stays the same. Okay, so when I do the dry run, oh, and then I forgot, I need to spit it into like an output file. So this way Helm isn't going to actually do anything. I can go look at what it's going to do with my OpenTelemetry collector for config. All right. Now, hotel call. Yeah. Gonna do something with a config? Damn it. What is all this nonsense? Am I gonna find... Here it is. Aha! Okay. That is not what I wanted. That did not do the thing. I guess I'm going to have to actually read the internet. There's dot values. Oh, I don't want Stack Overflow. Just actually tell me. None of these are like Helm documentation. Helm values, environment variables. Come on, give me actual documentation. Phoenix Snap, Stack Overflow, Apache.org, JHook. Unimpressed, Helm. But we'll live with it. No, we're gonna not use the secret object in Kubernetes. What? Write a custom helper? Are you fucking kidding me? No. Ugh. I could live with the -- set at the command line. I could put that in my alias. Wow. I mean, it's not completely ridiculous to make a secret key ref. It's technically a secret. And then you put it in. I do not need a secret. I really don't. Here. Apply the variables to the Helm chart by combining them with the Helm install command. I can totally do this. And then maybe I can just do like this. Maybe that'll just work. .values .something. That seems legit. Add the following lines to the values.yaml in your Helm chart. Not in the charts, in the values. Oh, no, it does say in the values.yaml. Okay. But wait. I'm in the values.yaml. Ugh. So this is all like shit for the chart authors. Okay, Jess. Now you're gonna have to make a stupid secret. The other thing that I know is that I've done this before. And maybe if I go find that, It'll just tell me. I kind of prefer to learn things over and over from the source rather than by going and digging up an example and cutting and pasting it, because when I get it from the source, then I can tell other people how to find it. It doesn't do you any good to know that this is how you this is how I this particular day was able to shortcut to the answer by going to find an example in a private repo. Probably not a private repo. It's probably my fork of the hotel demo repo. Actually, that's kind of a reasonable place to look. Okay, well, that's a public place, so we can try that. We can try github.com, Jessitron, open telemetry demo. And if it's in here, at least that's a public spot. If it's in here, though, where would it even be? Is this even, like, any different? This doesn't have values.yaml in it, does it? Well, the other part is, frustratingly, GitHub, like everything else, doesn't actually match file names. And I don't know if that's the right grid search term. We would only know if we go look at a file that does exist. What is a file that does exist? Makefile. Makefile. Does that find the makefile? No, because I have not typed the secret search term. It drives me fucking nuts. That search will like look all the contents in the file and it won't look at its fucking name. Of course I want to find a file named the thing I searched for, but see if I just search for makefile. Nope. No, nothing. There's nothing. Issues? Why the fuck are you looking for fucking issues? I don't give a shit. But they're all zeros. Which is stupid. There is a secret code for look at the goddamn name of the fucking file. Does anybody know it? It's me nuts. Banned search. Oh my god. I might actually want to look at the file name. Of course I want to look at the stupid file names. Jesus. Makefile. Repo. File name. Colon. That's my problem. File name. Colon. So I needed to search for file name colon values.yaml. In my repo. Which, I mean, it doesn't mean I called it there. Values.yaml. It's repository. Okay. And then it was file name colon. I was close. I had file name equals at the beginning. Okay. I am satisfied that I don't know where this is. Okay, Jess, all you want to do is pass this secret in. And let's look at the Helm chart documentation again. Okay, so here's its values.yaml example. Let's see if it has like a secret. Here. Secret name. No. TLS, that's not helping me. All secrets. Okay. No, it does not have the way to connect. I think I actually have to create the Kubernetes secret separately. And then I have to do something in the collector config. Open telemetry collector config secret to get the value. It's actually rather yeah. It's a useful example because this is an open telemetry collector. I don't see any secrets in here. Oh, here. Hotel collectors count path, really? Volumes? Cert.pem, key.pem. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I don't have to deal with certificates and TLS. Yeah, collector configuration. I know about receivers, processors, and exporters. I would like to know how secrets go in here. Extensions, OAuth 2 client. That's not helping me. Okay. The OpenTelemetry collector config is its own baby. But I'm pretty sure that the OpenTelemetry collector config, this is probably the thing. Probably if I leave this in here, just like this, the collector config will probably read it from an environment variable. And I think, values.yaml, that's where we're at. Okay, so if I put this in here like this and go ahead and let it look like this, I think that's okay, as long as I put like this and it might be env overrides. So if I put this in the front end, it has to be env overrides. But does it have to be in the collector? Who knows? Who fucking knows? For that, we have to go back to the code of the Helm chart, which drives me fucking nuts. Okay, so to find out how to send environment variables into the collector container as opposed to, what is this garbage? I never want your projects. Stop. I was someplace useful. Okay. In here, I have to go to templates and I have to look at something OTel call. In this repository, there's too many of those. Right. It's in objects. Who knows? It's just a fucking Helm chart. It could be anywhere. It's not in objects. But the Helm chart is in a directory or in a repo with a bunch of other things. So who frickin' knows? Pod component, that doesn't make sense. Achoo! So in the Helm abstraction, if you really, achoo! If you can manage to run a Helm chart without going beyond what's documented in their inevitably crappy README, they're useful. But as soon as you need to get it to produce any other kind of thing in the pipeline, yeah. What I have to do is do this an environment variable thing, but I don't know how to do that. Okay, we're going to go to the OpenTelemetry Helm charts directory, and we're going to look for where it puts the OTel call. Here. No, that's in values.yaml. We know about that. Templates, notes, examples, collector as daemon sets, examples, public hosted ingress, rendered. I don't know. We're going to go into templates and we're going to add config and we're going to say, where are you using this OpenTelemetry demo collector config? OTel demo deployment service ingress config map, config set release chart service blah blah, config values components. If dot configuration name config mount path etc config. This looks promising. Maybe it's generically like one of the components, but it's not under components. It's its own thing. So objects.tpl volume mounts if dot configuration. That doesn't seem right. Dot configuration. Big map. I don't know. Fuck, I've lost it. You know what? It's probably using some sort of subchart. Because there's probably an OpenTelemetry collector subchart. It's in the notes. just this. Oh, that's just what it prints. So back to here. If I look at the README chart, big. Whole word? No, that's thing. Here. Aha! I have an open telemetry collector. Name override, mode, resources, service type, ports, pod annotations. None of those say environment variables. But I know. Fuck. Just fuck. Okay, we're just going to try both of them. This is what we're going to do. Env overrides. Name, poop. Value, runny. Name, crap. Oh, no, that's going to be an env overrides. And this one's going to be an env. Value, stinky. Take that off. That won't YAML wise. All right. Now, I'm going to do the Now we're going to do this dry run thing and spit it into out.txt. And I'm going to see whether either of those shows up. Nope. Found unexpected end of stream. Okay, so I made some bad JSON or YAML. Unexpected end of stream. Really? Seriously? I don't... Why? Great, I'm missing a... Here. That looks wrong. There we go. All right. Try again. Property env and env overrides are both not allowed. Right, so... maybe the collector config itself lets me define export and environment variables and get them from secrets. That wouldn't make a lot of sense. I feel like I need to get them from the collector. All right. I have convinced myself to fucking commit this fucking API key to fucking get. Forget it. Forget it. Add this to the bottom of the list. We're just gonna do this. We can work on this later. rm out.txt git add dot. Make sure my values.yam. Oh no, it doesn't. Oh shit. Fuck. If I hadn't added it, I would have it again. Ah! Back to here. I still have it up. We're putting this back in here. Paste. No, I hit Control C and the fucking Mac doesn't have a goddamn clipboard manager yet because it's not a real computer until it has that. Grr. Okay. Get add dot get commit dash m collector config sent to honeycomb. I am committing the stupid API key because half an hour wasn't enough to figure out how to read it from an environment variable. I mean, I know, or a Kubernetes secret, or a K8s secret. I know I need to put it in a Kubernetes secret. I seem to vaguely recall that, and that's fine. I could create a Kubernetes secret. That's not an issue. I don't mind having that YAML. I already have some custom YAML that the Helm chart doesn't handle. But I don't remember how to get the collector to read it from that. Well, specifically, I need the fucking Helm chart to fucking run the container with that secret in an environment variable. Anyway, I should curse. It's not going to happen tonight, though. All right, there. I committed it. I did that thing. I should be happy. What was the next thing I was going to do? All right. The next thing that I really desperately need is to be able to modify the front end code. Modify the front end code. And that involves loading it up with scaffold instead of Helm and scaffold works. You know what? I'm just gonna ask Martin. Martin did this weekend. I think that concludes the stream today. Thank you for following along. Sorry about some of the cursing, but not all of it.